All right, so the Congress's Bharat Jodo Yatra found mention in the Home Minister Amit Shah's speech in Guwahati today. In Assam, to inaugurate the BJP spanking new regional headquarters, Home Minister Amit Shah took a jibe at the Congress's Bharat Jodo Yatra, accusing the Congress of being a silent spectator while Assam was splitting apart. He said that it is Prime Minister Modi who is the one who began the work of Bharat Jodo.
उत्तर पूर्व में भारत को तोड़ने की प्रक्रिया कांग्रेस चुपचाप देखती रही। मोदी जी ने आकर भारत तोड़ने की प्रक्रिया को बंद कर भारत को जोड़ने का काम किया है। मित्रों, भारत को जोड़ने का। राहुल बाबा कांग्रेस को एक एजेंडा दिए थे। उस एजेंडा में उन्होंने कहा था कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट के अंदर से अब सपा हम हटाएंगे अगर सत्ता में आएंगे तो। उन्होंने तुष्टीकरण के लिए किया था। मैं राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष था, पत्रकारों ने पूछा था कि आप अब सपा हटाएंगे। मैं को अब सपा तब हटता है जब शांति होती है, और हम शांति भी करेंगे, अब सपा भी हटाएंगे, मगर तुष्टीकरण के लिए नहीं हटाएंगे।
So, the Bharat Jodo Yatra has completed a month on the road. Kicked off a month ago in Kanyakumari at the tip of the Indian Peninsula. The march will cover 3,500 kilometers in close to 5 months across 12 states and 2 union territories to reach Kashmir. And the question we're asking tonight on Left, Right and Centre, is the Bharat Jodo Yatra getting under the BJP skin? Has it rattled the BJP as the Congress claims? And is that enough to impact the BJP's poll prospects? Joining us on Left, Right and Centre tonight, we have Supriya, Shrinate, national spokesperson of the Congress, the chairperson of the social media and digital platforms of the Congress. We have Pramila Nesargi, member of the BJP, a senior advocate, former chairman of the Karnataka Bar Council, Arati R Jerath, senior journalist, and Sanjay Kumar, professor of the CSDS, political analyst and psophologist, also joining us. So, Pramila Nesargi, to you first. The Congress's Bharat Jodo Yatra finding mention in the Home Minister's speech in Assam, where he is there to actually launch a BJP headquarters, a state-of-the-art, I think 5 floors, many square feet. Is that a sign of how the Yatra is getting under the BJP skin?
No, I just want to tell you, I do not know why Congress people are calling it as a Bharat Jodo Yatra. How can it be called? Out of 28 states in India, hardly 12 states are included. 16 states are excluded. In other words, Congress wants to say 16 states chodo. Congress chodo 16 seats. That is the headline. Out of the union territories, out of the 8 union territories, where are they? So they do not want the union territories. They do not want 16 states in India, including Jammu and Kashmir. For that matter, even West Bengal they do not want. Bihar they do not want. Jharkhand they do not want. How can you call it a Bharat Jodo Yatra? On its own showing, it is not Bharat Jodo Yatra, but it's only Bharat Choro Yatra.
So you are advising them to cover more states.
And union territories are concerned.
All right, Supriya, Shrinate, the Congress.
Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, are you advising them to cover more states?
Are you asking me?
Yes, ma'am. Now, actually, hold on. Let me just go bring in Supriya, Shrinate first, and I'll come back to you. Supriya, certainly the Congress is buoyed by this Bharat Jodo Yatra, and the reception seems positive so far, certainly from the images that we see coming out every day, being put out by the Congress every day. But the fact is, Supriya, Shrinate, that both Kerala and Karnataka, the Congress party has a presence. It's a real political player. But what happens when it moves to other states where the party has disappeared as a coherent entity? That's when the real challenge will come up.
No, challenges aside, and I'll come to that in just a bit, but I find it so amusing at one level, and if you can get my echo cleared, please. It's so amusing at one level that the BJP's problem with the Yatra now is how many states are we covering? It's actually quite amusing to hear them. But I want to place certain things on record. It's been exactly a month since the Yatra started, 31st day today. In these 31 days, the Home Minister has twice in his public rallies spoken about Bharat Jodo Yatra. That is how rattled the BJP is. Ramdev is praising Bharat Jodo Yatra. RSS has begun to talk about the inequality and the growing poverty in this country. Mohan Bhagwat is visiting mosques and madarsas. RSS is now inviting females to its meeting. And of course, Mr. Amit Shah stopped his speech during an azan, which he's never done before. That is what we are talking about. Nitin Gadkari is talking about joblessness, poverty, and income inequality. It is important that we talk about the real issues. And I'm glad that the BJP is being forced to talk about the real issues. I am happy to see how rattled they are.
Pramila Nesargi, please respond over there. The BJP is being forced to now respond and the Congress is setting the narrative. You have Congress persons who say that, you know, the Bharat Jodo Yatra is rattling the BJP. They're citing all these examples of the RSS chief visiting a mosque, the RSS secretary echoing the same topics that Rahul Gandhi has been banging away at on this march: unemployment, the economy, or the information and broadcasting minister denunciating mainstream TV channels?
Why should we be rattled, madam? Why should we? We are not at all worried about their tour or whatever it is called as. Even within the state where they are traveling, you imagine the UP, there are 80 MPs. They are going only for 4 days. Bihar 40 MPs. They are not even going there. West Bengal 48 seats. More than that. They are not going there. What would they mean by Jodo? This is, in other words, we are not rattled, we are not even worried. Why should we be worried? You know who is going in the Yatra? Do you know? I must give you a picture. People from Bangalore, KSRTC buses have been reserved and people are taken from Bangalore for this Yatra. Do we call it a Yatra or it is a tamasha? We are also watching the tamasha, how they are planning, how they are moving about, how they are taking from one place to the other. Few kilometers they go by Padayatra, then they go in a car. Do you call it a Padayatra or
no,
do you call it a car Yatra? What is this Yatra, madam?
I want to bring in Arati R Jerath, but Supriya, Shrinate, respond to this fact that it is, you know, you've culled and picked out where to go. Will you only be in UP for 4 days?
Okay, so let me first respond to one thing which I take great objection to. You can respond to this Yatra, you can find the most stupid, silly reasons to criticize it. You can do all it takes, but you are rattled and one can see that. Do not come on national televisions and lie blatantly. 25 kilometers on an average, everybody in that Yatra is walking. Rahul Gandhi plus 119 Bharat Yatris and the many others who join him. So don't come and lie here that people are sitting in cars.
Are you saying that you are
blatant lie? Don't
madam,
do that.
are you
don't
saying that you are
between.
walking all the 3,500 kilometers?
Yes.
Tell me, madam, how many kilometers your people are walking? Don't exaggerate and hoodwink the people.
You know what?
Giving an advertisement stating that you are walking 3,500 odd kilometers. Are you really walking?
Yes,
we have been seeing every day. Few yards.
Okay, 1 second. I want to just pick on topic. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to try and begin Arati Jerath. Arati, are we at least changing the narrative here? Because you have Jairam Ramesh who's been saying we're on the roads, we're on the streets, we're fighting the BJP, we're taking the battle to their camp. Supriya, Shrinate, we'll just come back to you. Let me bring in the other panelists, please. Supriya, we have a half-an-hour show. 1 second.
She's spoken between. You have to give me 30 seconds.
You will have more than 30 seconds, but I cannot have both of you screaming over each other and our audience and our viewers not understanding a thing. Supriya, please hold that thought. I will come back to you. You will get more time.
She cannot lie on the
Arati,
Yatra. I will not take it.
what is your response to Jairam Ramesh saying that the Congress is now raising issues, that they are no longer reacting? It is the BJP who is reacting to the Congress, and that, according to Jairam Ramesh, is the greatest contribution of the Yatra. He says it's psychological rather than electoral. And what do you make of that last sentence?
Well, I think, I mean, let's leave elections out of it because right now there are no national elections. But what is interesting is that Amit Shah has chosen to borrow the Congress slogan and talk about Modi being the real, the person who has done the Bharat Jodo, not the Congress. Firstly, he got his facts all wrong because actually militancy in Assam, the Congress, late Congress Chief Minister Tarun Gogoi played a very, very important role in, in getting the Alpha to lay down arms and restoring peace and normalcy in Assam. So to say that, the Congress was trying to break Assam and did nothing and sat by it is absolutely wrong. And, it is interesting that he's picked up this phrase now and is trying to make Modi, he's saying that, it will be written in golden letters that, Modi is the one who did Bharat Jodo. So I would say that they are definitely rattled. And I think this, particularly in Karnataka, because the Congress, the BJP has big stakes in Karnataka. There's an election coming up next year.
Yeah.
And, the fact that Rahul Gandhi is actually getting crowds and, the fact that his mother chose to join him in Karnataka, shows that they're placing a lot of importance on these elections. That's one state where the Congress is active. It has a robust organization. And I think that, the BJP is definitely worried by it. There's no question about it. Whether it ultimately pays electoral dividends or not, we'll have to see. But, I mean, this is the thing that Rahul is best at, actually. He's not a Modi. He's not a great orator. But in terms of personal connect, he's doing something that, Indian politicians have done traditionally and has, this thing has worked well, which is a personal people-to-people contact. And Rahul Gandhi is very good at that because he comes across in a very charming and,
But isn't the point of it all to be able to win an election or change the trajectory of the Congress at least going forward? Sanjay Kumar, could you come in over here? Arati Jerath's absolutely right. Rahul Gandhi is being watched by his admirers and by his critics and those who've been sitting on the fence about him. The Congress is carefully showcasing the compassionate side of Mr. Gandhi. You're seeing images of him tying his mother's shoelaces, with young girls, walking with them, delivering a speech in Mysuru despite heavy downpour. Let's play up that image of Rahul Gandhi in the rain, in the dark, completely drenched, but going ahead, speaking with an enthusiastic crowd over there for 30 days. Is this an image makeover? Is that what this is about? And is that enough? Then at least one small step as we head towards a general election eventually.
Sarah, I would begin by borrowing your statement. I think this is one step ahead. Certainly during last 1 month, I can see that the image is changing. Rahul Gandhi has been able to connect with the people. And if you talk to the people on the street, common citizens, they started having this sense that he's working hard. He's trying to do something which traditional politicians have done in the past. But Aarti has also mentioned, and I would go along with that if I got her correct, that we have to wait and see whether it is going to give electoral dividends to Congress or not. I will put a question mark on that at this moment. Rahul Gandhi and Congress has just completed 1 month of March. We need to wait for much longer time. But as I said, connecting with the people, with the issues has been, Congress has been good at that. Various other regional parties have been good at that. We saw that happening in the last assembly election. But when it comes to voting, the difficulty with the opposition party, including Congress, is that the issues, people's concern about the issues is not getting translated into their choice about voting. When they go out to vote on the election day, their voting decision gets influenced by something else rather than their connect with the people or their effort to raise the real issue. So I think this is a connect in the election during last 5-7 years. The real issues are there. Opposition parties are highlighting that issue, and that is what Congress is doing very successfully at this moment, and that is why BJP is responding. That's a big achievement of Congress. Whether this is going to pay electoral dividend or not, I would say I would put a big question mark on that at this point.
Supriya, Shrinate, both of our panelists here saying they're not sure this will eventually lead to electoral, gains.
will borrow a line from Rahul Gandhi's press conference earlier today, and he said, yes, we are a political party and there is a political nature to this yatra, but this country needs this yatra because people's faith in the political system, people's faith in the government that has been elected is completely shattered. The dreams of young have been shattered due to joblessness. People are really bearing high prices, and more than anything else, the social strife and tension is really accentuated. And you need someone out there to be able to hold hands, to be able to tell people that I am here and I'm talking to you. Now, come what may, the BJP is going to criticize us. I don't expect anything else out of them. But to make such a silly argument here that we are sitting in cars, you know, this yatra is for everybody to see. National media is seeing this yatra all the time. So for the BJP to make these silly, stupid claims tells you how fearful they are and how much they dread this yatra and the kind of support they're seeing. For me personally, if you ask me, the best thing about this yatra is that away from the television studios and the shrill voices and the acrimony on social media, real India is so full of love and so full of hope and so full of bonhomie, it really gives us a lot of hope. However, I just want to say one thing. The Home Minister, besides making factually incorrect remarks in Assam, forgets that him as Home Minister, the two states of India, Assam and Mizoram, were firing at each other. That's his failure. He should first apologize to the people. But see how rattled he is that he is borrowing the name of Yar Yatra and giving it to the Prime Minister. We want him to do that.
Last word, we have some breaking news coming in on the Shiv Sena symbol being frozen. While we just get more information on that, last word to you, Pramila Nesargi. Over the next 20 days, you're going to be hearing the Congress going on about raising issues like inflation, unemployment, communal polarization because of divisive politics. They're repackaging Rahul Gandhi as a people's politician, and this could be a political revival of the Congress. Your closing words, ma'am.
It will be the end of it, madam. It is not the revival, it is an end of the Congress. That's what I am going to say. You see, what will be the Padayatra? You see, the people started entering Karnataka through Chamarajanagar. I hail from Chamarajanagar. My great grandfather has built a chowdhury. I know since my forefathers. I did not see a single Congress except Mr. Dhruv Narayan, and none of them. Where are the Congress lady members? Where are the youth members?
All right. Unfortunately, I have to switch topics over here. We have some breaking news coming in. Arvind Gunasekar joins us with breaking news right now. This is about the Shiv Sena symbol, that fight that's been on between the two factions of the Shiv Sena. Arvind, what do you have for us?
Election Commission has chosen the symbol of Shiv Sena, which is bone arrow. After Eknath Shinde and also Uddhav Thackeray, both the factions claimed for this particular symbol because this particular dispute needs to be adjudicated in a long process, and that's why, because of this ensuing by-elections, the Election Commission has, in an interim measure, has frozen the Shiv Sena symbol. That is the bound arrow symbol of Shiv Sena. So both the factions, both Uddhav Thackeray or Eknath Shinde, can use the Shiv Sena name nor the symbol for the coming by-election. That is the Andheri East by-election, which is scheduled next month. So the Election Commission, in its interim order that has just been given by the Election Commission, they have said that both the factions can give three symbols, a different symbol, not the bow and arrow symbol, but three separate symbols, from which the Election Commission will be giving them one symbol. So both the factions cannot use the Shiv Sena name nor the symbol for the upcoming by-election, and the Election Commission has also scheduled the detailed hearing to adjudicate which faction should be recognized as the original Shiv Sena, but that will take a longer process, and that's why, as an interim measure, Election Commission has frozen the symbol of Shiv Sena in a massive setback for both Uddhav Thackeray and also Eknath Shinde.
All right, Miss Pramila, we still have you on the line. Your response, the Shiv Sena symbol being frozen by the EC, this is definitely going to affect the Chief Minister's camp right now as they go in for those local elections.
Question, madam. In any case, election symbol, when the two factions are there, they always try to find out who has got the majority. Majority means how many MPs, how many MLAs, how many local body members, how many village panchayat members. All those people will have to file the affidavit. Overnight, that cannot be decided. Election Commission has rightly done by freezing the symbol. That is in the normal course, in accordance with law, they are going on. That does not have any effect in this local election. People will know whom to be elected, who is Scindia's group, who is the other group, real Shiv Sena group. That will be known in a few days. That does not matter. Just because they don't have a symbol, you can't say that they don't get the votes. The Chief Minister, according to my information, they are going to win in this local election. That will not be a problem at all. I do not know why this thing is coming in the way of the freezing of the election symbol. That is so in every case. It's not an exception. You can't say decide in one case. Until it is decided, you can't say Uddhav group will have the symbol or the Shinde group will have the symbol. It's a matter for decision. That is why the Supreme Court has sent it back. It is a matter of recording evidence, taking evidence, then coming to a conclusion. That will be done by the statutory body, that is the Election Commission.
All right. Let's put that across to Arvind. Arvind, we have the BJP here claiming that this is not going to be a setback for them as they go in for the elections. All right, we seem to have lost the line there with Arvind Gunasekar. But Ms. Pramila, you're claiming that this is not going to be a setback for the BJP, but clearly the Uddhav Thackeray camp had said that since Eknath Shinde quit the party, he cannot actually stake a claim to this symbol. All right, hold on, ma'am. I do have Arvind back on the line. Hold that thought for a second. I have Arvind back on the line. Arvind, I'm not sure if you heard, a representative of the BJP right now who's basically claiming that this is not that much of a setback. It's not going to affect these local body elections going forward. Braving it out over here. What, according to you, who does this actually? For whom has this been a bigger setback? Has it been the Uddhav Thackeray camp or will it be the Eknath Shinde camp?
Sarah, certainly it's a massive setback for Uddhav Thackeray because it is Uddhav Thackeray camp which is going to fight in this upcoming by-election for the Andheri East Assembly constituency, because what we are learning from our sources is that Eknath Shinde camp will not be fighting this by-election, whereas BJP will be fielding the candidate. So BJP candidate will be fielded on BJP symbol, but whereas Shiv Sena, the Uddhav Thackeray faction, their candidate cannot use the Shiv Sena symbol or the name. So in a way, it's a massive setback for Uddhav Thackeray alone, because Eknath Shinde is not contesting the upcoming by-election, that is Andheri East by-election. So now Uddhav Thackeray camp has to approach Election Commission with 3 different names and 3 symbols. That is the free symbol. Out of the 3 names and 3 symbols, Election Commission will give 1 name and 1 symbol for Uddhav Thackeray faction. So Uddhav Thackeray candidate will be fielded in that particular name and that particular symbol. So it is a mammoth task for Uddhav Thackeray to reach the people with their new symbol and also with their new name for the upcoming by-election. But whereas, because Eknath Shinde is not contesting this by-election, so in a way, indirectly, it's a big relief for Eknath Shinde, but a massive setback for Uddhav Thackeray.
And what happens next, Arvind? We have a month to go for these elections. Is there still expected to be any respite? Is the court likely to take this up again? Is there any, space for an appeal or to take this back to court and ask them to still take a decision on this matter one way or the other before the elections?
It's unlikely that no court, I don't think so, any court will intervene at this particular point of time, because it's just an interim order from the Election Commission, because Election Commission has clearly said, because this is a long-drawn battle, because both the sides have to be clear, have to be heard, there has to be physical hearing, there have to be physical hearing in order to adjudicate which faction holds majority support. So only because the Election Commission has sensed that this will be a long-drawn battle and by-elections are scheduled next month, they don't have time to adjudicate this matter, and that's why as an interim measure, they have frozen the name and the symbol. Now Uddhav Thackeray has only one option, that he has to come up with the name similar to Shiv Sena name. Maybe Uddhav Thackeray will approach Election Commission, all this hypothetical thinking with the previous practices or previous instances, wherein Uddhav Thackeray can approach Election Commission saying that he will be using the name Shiv Sena Shivaji or Shiv Sena Bal Thackeray. Something like that, he can approach the Election Commission and get a name similar to Shiv Sena with another name, right? Maybe Thackeray name or something like that, and then they can get a symbol similar to the bound arrow symbol. But either way, it's a setback for Uddhav Thackeray, because Uddhav Thackeray cannot do anything unless until the Election Commission takes the final call, which will be taken at least 3 or 4 months. It's a long-drawn process. It will go for this particular hearing in the Election Commission will go for at least for 2 to 3 months. So as an interim measure, the Election Commission has chosen the name and also the symbol.
All right, so the big breaking story at this hour that the EC has frozen the Shiv Sena symbol, which means that neither can the Uddhav Thackeray camp nor can the Eknath Shinde camp use it in the upcoming local elections that are scheduled just a month away. And as Arvind Gunasekar is reporting, this is a huge setback, especially for the Uddhav Thackeray camp, because the Eknath Shinde camp can possibly still even campaign on the BJP symbol, but the Uddhav Thackeray camp, a huge setback for them. So this is the big breaking story at this hour. We'll of course monitor it and bring you its fallout, a big story that will be affecting the huge state of Maharashtra, the financial capital of India. We're going to go in for a short break. That's it on Left, Right and Centre. Bye-bye.